Because that, you know, that lad they had, Sanya.
Yeah.
Sanya. I mean, he's still a decent player.
Yeah.
He plays for France, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Is he here today?
Yeah.
But since he went to City, he just became anonymous.
Well, he's not the first choice.
Well, didn't he get picked regularly then?
Not
That's maybe why he became anonymous.
But he played because
I couldn't remember.
Zabaletta's first choice,
Oh, is he?
and he kept
What,
getting
so
injured.
is he another one that's been on the bench all the time? You fucking idiot. You fucking... There you are, you see, you're brainless, mindless arseholes. You know, they ought to sack all these bloody agents. They're just a fucking cancer in there. And then none of them do the footballers any favours. They're all in it for themselves. Just a bunch of fucking charlatans being a fucking pain in the arse. There's nothing worse than middlemen in any walk of life. Right? They're just fucking leeches. Bring back Brian Clough and fucking Matt Busby and what's his name at Liverpool, Shanks. They wouldn't have let an agent through their fucking door, mate. If a player had turned up with an agent, he'd have said, on your fucking bike, mate.
Do you not think it stops a naive young player being exploited by?
No, because it wouldn't be allowed to be exploited in this day and age. You know, would they?
But that's what the agent's considered to be, isn't it? That sort of protection.
But as with all things, look, I'm not knocking the intention, but in life, there's lots of good intentions that have lots of unintended consequences. And the dictating factor is fucking human nature, which all revolves around greed. And that's what fucks the world up. Don't matter what walk of life you're looking at. What use is a fucking agent? If he was on the level and like, you know, doing the best deal he could for them, fine. But who's to say? Most of these agents, they ain't got any more brain cell than the footballers. Have you seen some of them? Have you seen that wide boy, Eric Whatsit, that's been around for 100 years? Fucking gobby little bastard. EastEnder. Eric something. What a shyster he is. And what a motor mouth. Fucking hell. You wouldn't buy a second-hand car off him. Or if you did, you'd be an idiot. Eric something his name is.
Eric Hall?
Yeah. Is it? Horrible little fucking weasel. And most of them are like him. I've seen quite a few interviews with different agents. Football agents. That's the bastard. Don't you know him?
Yeah.
He's a right arsehole. Would you trust him with your career? I mean, he ain't got a fucking brain. He's got a big fucking mouth. If his brain was as big as his mouth, he'd be alright. Fucking trust him, and there's all people like him. I've never seen a trustworthy looking agent on the telly. I've never heard an intelligent one. They're just in it for themselves, and why wouldn't they be? And it's because it's easy. You've got naive kids. Instead of the manager, who's more likely to take advantage of a naive young footballer who's a bit thick and a bit unsavvy? A manager or an agent? Because your case is automatically assuming that the agent is going to look after the player's interests better than the manager who's taking him on.
That's right.
Well, I don't know why that would be the case. Why would the manager be less trustworthy than the agent, as far as the lad's concerned?
Well, in theory, the agent would have gone through the child's parents, and they will make a character assessment on that man.
So would the manager. So would the manager.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
I'm playing devil's advocate of what the case would be.
So what they all follow the same procedures, especially if it's a young lad underage and all that business, right? There's no reason, and personally, I would these days, I would rather, of all the managers I know, say the top flight boys, I would rather trust any manager. I'm not saying they're all, you know, above board, but I would trust any of them Premier League managers to be less likely to take advantage than any of their agents. Because it's in the club's interest to look after the lad anyway. And with all this money swishing around, why would you want to shortchange somebody? And if you're a young kid, the only thing you've got to do to make sure you don't get tucked up, like some of these pop artists did in the old days, is go for the short contract. And then if you get tucked up, it won't be for longer than a year. Simple. Not rocket science. And that's it. And that way you will get whatever you're worth. But the rates they get paid, why would you quibble about 10 grand a week? You wouldn't. And that's the kind of numbers we're talking about. You know, the difference might be 10 grand a week. Well, what's the difference between 100 grand a week and 110 grand a week? Or 150 grand a week? Once you get into those astronomical numbers, you don't make any difference. You're not going to fucking notice it in your bank account.